Hello everyone, Carolyn here and welcome to today's tutorial. Today I will be showing you my own original design, and this is the Hocus Pocus bracelet. It is a 9 pin bar wide design, and this is how you will want your loom configuration set up, with your centermost pin bar at the lowest settings, up a staggered step, across, down a staggered step, up a staggered step. I will be showing you band placement on this rendition, so without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to drop 2. I'm using neon green for the black of my perimeter. What you're simply going to do is work your way to the edge of the loom. Sorry about my background noise, you hear my boys back there barking. And then just work your way up your loom. Same thing, mirror image for your opposite side, working to the outermost part of your loom. And then when you get there, simply going, get onto all the way up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to close as well, just in case you're not sure. What you're going to do is just simply go in, down at an angle, across, up at an angle, and then repeat, same thing, mirror image, up, down, across, and then up. And I'm going to go ahead and show you our next step as well. I'm going to be using black. It is the gold that you see the chain wrapped around, and what we are going to do is simply place a single chain all the way up our loom on the second. Can get them to go on there, all the way up our second, and then all the way up our 8th. So again, just a single chain going all the way up your loom. Okay, so I'm going to go off, finish those 2 steps up, and then I'll be right back for our next band placement step. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready to move on with our next band placement step. It is the metallic pink that you see going along there on either side. I'm going to be using purple. We're going to be working with our 2nd, 3rd, 8th, and 7th pin bar. What you're going to do is go out at an angle to your 2nd, and then straight forward, and then repeat. So out at an angle, if I can get them to go down, forward, up at an angle, forward. Same thing, mirror image for your opposite side. So you're going to go out to the right, forward, out to the right, forward, out to the right, and then forward. Okay, so complete that all the way up your loom. I'm going to go off, finish that up, and then I'll be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready to move on with our next band placement step. In this rendition, it is the black that you see running along here. And what you're going to do, I'm using neon green. You're simply going to be placing a diagonal band between the 2nd and the 3rd pin bar all the way up your loom, and then repeating the same thing, mirror image for your opposite side. So going and placing that diagonal band from your 7th to your 8th all the way up your loom. Okay, so I'm going to go off, finish that up, and then I'll be right back with our next band placement step. Alright everyone, I'm back. We are ready to move on with our next band placement step. We're going to be working with our 1st, 2nd, 8th, and 9th pin bars. It is the purple that you see going along here with the looming roach step, which makes this side of your loom the top side. And I'm going to be using orange for this part. And what you're going to do is just simply place a zigzag chain all the way up the loom. So much harder to do with these nails. Okay, and then just repeat the same thing, mirror image for your opposite side, zigzagging all the way up your loom till you get to the top. Okay, So I'm going to go off, finish that up, and then I'll be right back for our next band placement step. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready to move on with our next band placement step. In this rendition, it is the metallic green that you see going along the centers here. And I'm going to be using the yellow jelly. We're going to be working with the 3rd, 4th, 6th, and 7th pin bar. You're going to go up at an angle first, and then forward again. So repeat. Up to the left, forward, up to the left, get on there, forward, last time on this side, to the left, and then forward. Same thing, mirror image for your opposite side, to the right, forward, to the right, forward. I'm sure you've got it by now. So I'm going to go off, finish that up, and then I'll be right back for our next band placement step. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready to move on with our next band placement step. It is the purple going along the center here in this rendition. I'm going to be using orange. What you're going to do is you're going to start off with 2. You're going to go forward on your centermost pin bar, then you're going to go down to the left, down to the right, and then you're going to grab 2 again and go forward and then down to the right, down to the left, down to the right. Again, you're going to grab 2 more bands, place those forward, and then you're going to go down to the left, down to the right, and then repeat that all the way up your loom. I'm going to go off, finish mine up to the top, and I'll be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready to move on with our next band placement step. In this rendition, it is the gold that you see going along the center here. We're going to be using the 4th, 5th, and 6th pin bars. I'm going to be using black. You're simply going to go down to the right, up to the right, down to the right, up to the right, just repeating that all the way up your loom. And I should have said this at the beginning of the tutorial, but this can be, or is, a band heavy bracelet. I'm going to stop there and I'm going to go ahead and show you our next couple of steps because they're rather easy, and I think you can kind of carry that on from there. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is add capping bands onto each one of the pegs all the way up our 5th pin bar. In this rendition, if I can get it to open up, it is the red metallic that you see there. Okay, and I am going to be using purple for that. So what you do is you just place a triple loop cap band on the center of your 5th pin bar all the way up. Okay, all the way up your loom after you finish placing your diagonal bands. And then our last band placement step is our secondary perimeter, which you see going along there. And that one I'm going to be using the neon yellow. So you can come right here, work your way to the edge of the loom. Once you get to the edge of your loom, just as in a normal perimeter, go straight up. Sorry, I'm kind of adding several steps into one, but this is possibly going to be a time-consuming video because of the looming steps. So I want to make sure that I have enough time to show you the looming versus the band placement. Okay, so you're just going to continue that perimeter all the way up, close it up, make sure you finish those center steps where you place those diagonals, come back with your capping bands, finish your secondary perimeter. I'm going to go off, finish all that up, and then we'll be ready to loom. Be right back, folks. Alright everyone, I'm back. I have added a capping band onto my 5th pin bar. And what we're going to do is go in and simply loom out our secondary perimeter just as we would. Aha, if I can get it to stay on my hook. Just as you would any perimeter. All the way to the side. Come on. And then all the way up your loom. Okay, same thing, mirror image for your opposite side. Just going in, pulling each band back to their corresponding home post. Then all the way up your loom. And then once you get to the top, you want to follow that in to close. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go in and you're going to grab your orange band or your diagonal band and loom it out to its corresponding home post to this, always pulling from the first, pulling out to the second. And pull up one more. And then again, always just going in, pulling from the first to the second. Pull up one more for that one as well. Same thing, mirror image for the opposite side. Going in, pulling from the 9th to the 8th, all the way up your loom. Okay, and then once you get all the way up to the loom, or as you go up your loom, however you prefer, you want to go in, grab your two most bottom bands, and grab them and pull them up and around. This is the looming roach step. Again, just pulling those two most bottom bands up and around the pin bar on both sides, all the way up your loom. You can do both at the same time if you prefer. They lay cleaner to me if I do them one at a time. So that's how I do mine. Okay, so you just want to complete that all the way up your loom. I'm going to go off, finish up those few steps, and then I'll be right back for our next looming step. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready to move on with our next looming step. We're going to be working with our 4th, 5th, and 5th pin bar, 6th pin bar. We're going to go in, grab our straightforward band, pull it up and to the left, and the far stretch up and to the left, that is. And then we're going to go in and grab our diagonal blacks or your corresponding color. And we're going to go up and to the left, up and to the right. Go in, grab your diagonals, down and to the left, down and to the right. Now we should be back at our double forward bands. Again, up and to the left, up and to the right. Go in, grab your blacks or your corresponding color, up and to the left, up and to the right, down and to the left, down and to the right, up and to the left, up and to the right, over to the left, over to the right, down and to the left, down and to the right. Last time, go in, up and to the left, down, up and to the right, up and to the left, to the right, and now back down to the left, and then down and to the right. Okay, so you want to complete that all the way up your loom. When you get to the top, what you want to do is coming back from this second pin bar. You don't want to start on your first, but your second. Lift that bottom black band or your corresponding color up and around the home post on each peg, all the way up your 4th pin bar and all the way up your 6th pin bar. Just lifting that black up and around. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go off, finish that up, and then I'll be right back for our next looming step. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready to move on with our next looming step. We're going to be working with the 3rd, 4th, 6th, and 7th pin bars, working our yellow. What we're going to do is we're going to go in and grab our straight forward band, loom it back to its corresponding home post, then go in, grab our diagonal, loom it back to its home post. Continue all the way up your loom. So forward, down into the left, forward, down into the left, last time on this side, forward, down into the left, same thing, mirror image for your opposite side, forward, and then down into the right, and then repeating, just going all the way up your loom. Okay, very easy step. And this is going to be the last time on this side, and then I'm going to go off, finish mine up, and I'll be right back for our next looming step. I can grab the right bond. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Okay, so just continue all the way up your loom. I'm going to go off, finish mine up, and then I'll be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready to move on with our next looming steps. We're going to be working with the 2nd, 3rd, 7th, and 8th pin bars. What we're going to do is go in, grab our diagonal bands, and then just bring them back to their corresponding home post all the way up your loom. So just going in, grabbing all your diagonals, and bringing them back to the home post. Easy, easy peasy. Okay, same thing for the opposite side, just going in and grabbing them and bringing them back to their corresponding home post all the way up your loom versus down your loom. Alright, so I'm going to go off, finish that up to the top, and then I'll be right back for our next step. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready to move on with our next looming step. We are going to be working with our 2nd, 3rd, 7th, and 8th pin bars. What we're going to do is go in, grab your purple band or your corresponding color, pull it up and to the left, go in, grab the next one, pull it back to its corresponding home post, and then just lift this one onto that one. Okay, so that's going to be part of your looming step all the way up, and then just repeat. So over to the left, back to its home post, and then up and over the one that you just placed. So again, over to the left, back to the home post, over, nope, I did that wrong. Place that forward band to the left, cross back with the diagonal, and then lift it on top. Okay, do it one more time with you. So over to the left, back to its corresponding home post, lift that top up and over. Okay, same thing, mirror image for your opposite side. So you're going to go in, pull up and to the right, down to the corresponding home post, and up and around. Again, over to the right, corresponding home post, and up and around. Okay, over to the right, back to the home post, up and over, last time, over to the right, up, back to the home post, up and around. Okay, so you're going to finish that all the way to the top of your loom. And then our next looming step is going to be our single chains all the way up. So you're going to go to the 2nd pin bar and work that single chain all the way up your loom. And I'm going to do a few with you and then go off and finish mine up to the top. Oop, grabbing the wrong band. Not good. Okay, I'll go one more, and I'm going to pause there. Again, you do the same thing to the 8th pin bar, going in, pulling that single chain band all the way up your loom to the top. I'm going to freeze right there. And I'm going to go ahead and show you our closure as well. So you're going to go in, grab your centermost band, pull it over to their corresponding home post all the way to the edge of your loom. And yes, some of these do have some rather thick amount of bands on them, so give them a little tug if you need to. Okay, then just work your way all the way up your loom. I'm going to freeze there. Same thing, mirror image for the opposite side. Working your way to the edge of your loom, and then once you get there, going straight up. Very easy. Okay, so I'm going to go off, finish up those last remaining steps all the way to the top of my loom, and then I'll be right back with our finished rendition. Be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back. I have gotten our Hocus Pocus bracelet off of the loom, and hopefully your rendition looks something like this. I hope you have enjoyed today's tutorial. If you have, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe by hitting the little green button below. If you decide to make a rendition, please make sure to tag me at Carolyn Hamlin and hashtag Hocus Pocus bracelet on Instagram. And that'll be it for today, Loomers. Thanks so much for watching. Loom on. Bye-bye.